So I have started the recording. Let's start today's session. So any questions on yesterday's topic?
No, sir.
Any queries, questions on yesterday's topic? Anyone is having any queries, any questions? Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So variables and data types we have seen. So in the variables and data types, policy values is remaining. We'll see that shortly. Then we have talked about function. What do you mean by function? Return value, other things. All these things we have seen. Then type of keyword we have seen. Function assignments to the variables. Anonymous functions we'll see. Sorry, anonymous functions we have seen. Arrow functions we will see. Now, if you go to the variables, there is something called as var, let, and const. Okay. So here I can say readme.md, readme.md, and today we are going to see let var let and const. Day 36. Okay, so let me create one file, app01.js, app01.js, and here I can say var a is equals to 10, let b is equals to 20, and const c is equals to 30. If you see here, all these three are variable declarations only. But so far we have used var keyword, then we have used let keyword. Sorry, so far we have used var keyword. What is this var keyword is? We have seen for defining variable, we use var keyword. Now what is let and the const? What is let and the const? Can anyone tell me? What is let and const? If you remember, we have seen there is something called as ECMA6, ES6. Okay, const value that don't change, correct? So var, do you remember we have seen something called as ECMA?
Yes, sir.
ECMA. What is ECMA? Organization which maintains the JavaScript specification. Organization which works on JavaScript specification. So what is JavaScript specification? What JavaScript will have, what JavaScript will not have. So if you see over here, ECMA script 6. So in this language specification, few new things have been added to the JavaScript. Constant scoping, arrow functions, extended parameter handling, template literals, extended literals, enhanced regular and a lot of other things have been added. So in the JavaScript, few new features have been added. So whatever I will write, This is after ES6, and this code, whatever I have written, before ES6. So if you see here, where A is equals to 10 is before ES6, means you can say in ES5. What is the ES? ECMA script 6 is one of the language specification. This is one of the language specification. And this language specification says that if you want to use, or if you want to define the variables along with the where keyword, you can use let and const. Let we will see, but const is very clear. It's a constant, which means that a value of the constant can never change. If you try to write c is equals to 90, and here I can go day 36 and node app01.js, can you see there is a error? Reassignment to the constant variable is not possible. This is a constant. This is what? Constant. And you're trying to assign something to the constant, which is not possible. Right? So let and const are same, but reassignment of the let is possible. B is equals to 30. B is equals to what? 30. Can you see that is working? No error. But C is equals to 90 will not work because it is a constant. Let B is equals to 20. B is equals to 30. You getting my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you talk about let and const, both the things are same, except one difference. Value of const can never be changed. Value of let can be changed. You can say where and let are same, but there is a one very important difference. Okay, let me create a new file, app02.js, and here I can say where a is equals to 20, function say abc or ca, name of the function show a, just a minute, show a, name of the function what? Show a, and here I can say again a is equals to 30, and if I write console.log value of a plus a, can you tell me what would be the value of expected value of a?
30.
30. How come you say 30?
After a declaration.
So this var a is equals to 20, a is equals to 30, and value of a would be a. See, I didn't call this function anywhere.
Yes, 20.
Then 20. Okay. Okay, I have 0, 2 actually. If you see, this is okay. But if I call the function show a, and now can you see, answer is what? 30. So whenever you call it, value of a is getting changed, and that's why you get answer as 30. Now I will make a simple change. Let a is equals to 20. Okay, in this case also it will do same thing. Let a is equals to 20. Okay, let's do one more thing, one more experiment. Show a, and here I say var a again, var a is equals to 30, and I called show a, and now just call it answer is 20. So here if you see, var a, okay, I got it, what's happening. Just forget about this code right now. Show a, this a, this is one case, and this is working as expected. Okay, so what's happening over here, this is working as expected. So I will write one more code actually in the same file. Let's forget about this right now. So here I can say var a is equals to 20, and here I can say if condition is true, I can say var a is equals to 30, and then console.log a. Now can you tell me answer? If this is true, it will come inside this brackets. Presently you don't know what is if condition. Yeah, recording is on. Var a is equals to 20. If true, var a is equals to 30. Console.log a. And here, if I run, can you see, I'm getting answer as 30. But technically, it should not print the 30, it should print the 20. So let's have a let over here now, and again let over here. Now again run the code, same code. Now see, answer is 20. I didn't change anything. If you go to the var, if you make a var, the value of a would be 20. Sorry, value of a would be 30. Can you see? It is printing a value, because if true means what? It is going inside these two brackets, and it is assigning a to the 30. You getting my point? In earlier case, we have written this in the function. Function comes with its own scoping. So var, there is a difference between var and let. Again, I will make it let. Here also I will make it let. And can you see here again answer is 20. Here answer is 20. Here this thing is getting neglected, and console.log a, it is printing this. Although it is entering inside this loop. If you want to check, see console.log entered in if condition. Entered in if condition. See here, entered in if condition, still answer is 20. if I make var, here also if I make var entered in if condition and answer is 30. So something is happening. You got the difference or not? Hello? Did you get the difference or not? What is happening exactly?
Yes.
All of you, please respond. All of you, please respond. So something is happening over here. Means if you write var, this is getting selected. If you are writing let, this value is getting selected. So answer is in the scoping. Lexical scoping gets added. So when you say let and the let will say a lifespan of this A, lifespan of this A is limited within these two brackets. A life of this A is limited within these two brackets. But whenever you say var, it doesn't have that boundary. When you say let and const both have that boundary, and we call it as a scoping. Scope. Getting my point? So scope of this A is between these two brackets. If it is a let, here you can say scope of A is limited to brackets, to curly brackets. So this A is accessible only within these curly brackets. But when you say var, this scoping is not there. In let, scope of A is this bracket. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
In let or in a const, same thing will happen. Const. See, there is no error because this A is only limited within this bracket. You cannot access this A outside this bracket. So whenever you say console.log outside these two brackets, whenever you say console.log outside these two brackets, it will refer to this. It will refer to this. And if you write same thing inside this, so this console will refer this and this console will refer this. Let's do it. Can you see? This guy is printing 30 and this guy is printing 20. I am emphasizing on this topic a lot because it is very important. Any question?
No.
If you have any question, please stop me here and get it clarified right away. If you have any question, stop me here and get it clarified right away. Because if something is pending, that will remain pending forever. Okay, so this is about the scoping. Const and let are the features of ES6 and they come with, can you see, block scoped variables, block scoped functions. Remember that whenever you say variables and constants means let and const. Let and const. This is the earlier syntax. Let and const are block scoped. Let and const are block scope. So whenever hence from now you will create the variable, go for it and use let if it is changing, if value of variable is going to be changed. If it is constant, go for it and use const straight away. JavaScript ES6. First feature of the ES6 we have seen let and const. Let and what? Const. First feature of JavaScript we have seen ES6, especially a new version of the JavaScript ES6 we have seen. That is nothing but what? Let and const. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. So let me create app03.js. Conditional statements. Conditional statements. So one conditional statement we have used. Var let const. Here I can say ES6 features. Var let const. Conditional statements. Let's talk about conditional statements. Means branching statements. One thing we have seen. So here we can say let. Now const I will use marks is equals to 60. So here we can say if marks are greater than 40, I can say console.log pass. If marks are greater than 60, you can say console.log pass. Let's clear it. 03, and can you see pass? Because here it is checking truthiness. If value of marks is greater than 40, so this thing is called as operator. Basic operators you might be knowing from our school. We have learned this: greater than, less than, equal to. These operators we have seen in the school. JavaScript also has its own operators. We would be learning them shortly. Under the operators. So let's cover the first objects, these conditional statements, if else. So here we check the truthiness. If this is true, it will execute whatever code which has written inside these two brackets. If this is true, it will execute code, whatever code you have written over here within these two brackets. Else, console.log, here you can say fail. You can see pass. So let me make it 20 and fail. Can you see? If this is true, it will enter into these two brackets. If this is false, it will skip this code. And it will enter into this, or it will execute this code. You getting my point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
pass or fail. Marks are greater than 40. If it is true, it will execute this code. If if condition is true, it will execute below, execute code in this brackets, in these brackets. If condition is false, which condition? If this condition is false, it will execute this thing. If condition is false, it will execute code in this brackets. Similarly, we can have, let's have app04.js const marks is equals to 40. If else ladder, if multiple if else's we can write. If marks are greater than 40, greater than or equal to 40, greater than or equal to, if marks either 40 or greater than 40, we can say console.log pass. Else if, we can say else if, another condition, if marks are greater than 40 and marks less than or equal to 60, we can say third class. It is just pass. Again, else if. So first this will check. So here you can say, you can add brackets to these two conditions. This is one condition, this is another condition. Are you understanding? Hello? If marks greater than 40 and marks are less than or equal to 60, you have got third class. If marks, here we can say greater than 60 and marks less than 80, actually instead of pass, let's write third class here. Here write second class, second class. So here we can say marks like this. This is what? First class. This is what? If marks are greater than 60 and less than or equal to 80, you will get a first class. And here you can say first class with distinction. Is it the same terminology used in Mexico? Third class, second class, first class with distinction. So this is what happens in India. Third class, second class, first class. So based on your marks, you get a class. Is this same happening over there? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible or not?
Yes, audio.
So it's like same or what? Or you don't have this kind of grading system? So if you get 40 marks, you would be fall under the category. So you have passed with third class. If you have, let's run the project. If you have marks more than 40 but less than 60, you will fall under the second class. If your marks are greater than 60 but less than 80, that is the first class. And if your marks are greater than 80, you will fall under first class with distinction. Marks might be different, but these things are there here in India while I was graduating. Node app04.js. Can you see to the 40? It's third class. Let's make 56%. Still it is a 56 greater than 40. This condition is getting satisfied. And that's why it is entering straight away over here. Greater than 40 and marks are less than 60. So this condition is getting true. That's why for the 56, it's directly over here. So greater than 40, let's add marks 67. Yeah, because this condition is getting valid. So here we need to write this code actually. Marks are greater than 40. But this is what the ladder. Business logic we can change anyhow. This is the business logic all about. So here we can say if marks are greater than 40, marks are greater than 40, greater than equal to 40 and less than 60, then first class, second class, sorry, this is a third class, second class, first class, else if we can write if your marks are greater than 80 and marks are less than 95, less than 90, less than or equal to 90, first class, else first class with distinction. Now see, yeah, it's a second class now. 67 falls under this number, right? That's why it's a second class. So let's make 81. It's a first class. Let's make 98% first class with distinction. Now this code is correct. Any questions? Hello? If else ladder. So at the end you can write, can you see we have written else block. So first you will go if, then else if, else if, else. So it will check this thing. It will check this. If it is failed, it will check this. If it is failed, it will check this. And at the end, it will check this. Correct? Hello? If else ladder. Now there is one more flavor of if else app app05.js, app05.js, const, nested if else, marks is equals to 60. Now, if you will write, if marks are greater than 40, or let's take another example. If you can say device is mobile. So here we can say if device is mobile, this is how you will check the equality. If device is exactly equals to mobile, and if I can check, then const OS is Android. If device is exactly equals to mobile and OS is exactly equals to Android, then here we can say console.log updates are available. Updates are available. Can you see nested if? This is the if condition. Inside the if condition, there is another if condition. And here you can write else also. Else. And inside this else, you can check if, like this also possible. If OS is exactly equals to, iOS. Can you see? Nesting of the if else is also possible. Updates not available, like this. If it is Android, updates are available. Inside this else, you can write if. To this if, you can write else also. This thing is called as nesting. This thing is called as what? Nesting. Am I clear? Any question? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
If you have any question, please let me know. Nesting of if else. That is what if else nested, if else ladder. A nested if else in JavaScript involves using if inside if or if inside else, like this. Sorry, if inside this else, that is also possible. Nesting. So let me push JavaScript if else ladder nesting. I have pushed this code. Now here we can say app06.js. Sorry, not here. Conditional statements. If else ladder, nested if else. Now switch case. Switch case. Now see here, const day is equals to 6. Here you can write switch case also, if else also, but I will write switch case, switch day, and you will go on writing the cases. Case would be if day is 1, if day is 1, you can say console.log Monday. And here you need to write something called as break. Here you need to write something called as break. Then case 2 means if day is 2, presently day is 6. Here if this case means what? If value of day is 1, value of day is 2, value of day is 1, value of day is 2. So we just write Tuesday, 3, Wednesday. You can write same thing in the if else also, no problem. 4, 5, Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, Sunday. And if none of them is there, there is something called as default, an invalid day. Console.log invalid day. Switch case. Instead of writing if else, see here, the switch case statement in the JavaScript used to perform the different action based on the different condition. It provides more concise way to handle the multiple possible execution paths based on the value of the single variable or expression. Right? Now, when do you use the switch case? The switch case statement evaluates an expression. Let's first execute this. If value of day, so you have passed that day. If value of day is 1, this case would be getting executed. If value of day is 3, this case would be getting executed. So let's go here, node app06.js. Can you see it's a Saturday, day 6 means this, and that's why it is printing Saturday. Now if you don't write the break statement, see what will happen. I will remove break from here. I will remove, just comment this out, and I can say day 1. So I'm writing day 1 over here, and there is no break in a day 1 case, there is no break in a day 2 case. And see what happens. Can you see the day is 1, it will execute this case, it will execute this case, it will execute this case. Until it finds the break, it will go on executing the cases. Until it finds the break, it will go on executing the case, and that's why writing break is important. Okay, now let's say day 100. Presently we don't have day 100, but we have handled with, can you see, invalid day here, invalid case, switch case. The switch case statement evaluates an expression and executes the case that matches the value of expression. It provides an alternative using multiple if-else statements. It is especially useful when there are multiple possible execution paths based on the value of a single variable or expression. When there are multiple possible execution paths based on the value or the single variable expression, when you need to compare the single variable or expression against the multiple value. So until it finds break, this day would be compared with all the cases. If you want to do that at one shot, you will go with the switch case. So here JavaScript, I can say switch case. Now I think a lot of things I have covered today. So you have a lot of material for practicing. I hope you guys have completed your code till yesterday. So your practice should lag behind me just by one day, 1 or 2 days max. So today if we have covered conditional statements, you should be practicing yesterday's topic today or day before yesterday's topic today, right?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's all about today's session. Any questions if you have, you can ask me. Just go refer the notes also. Also, I have requested to go with official documentation. So all the official documentations are written over here. HTML, CSS3, JavaScript documentation is this. This is the documentation. Go to the JavaScript and you may, the JavaScript guides, you may see a lot of things over here. Whatever I have prepared the notes, that notes are prepared from this official big document only. These notes are just helping points for you. But this is a lengthier, bigger document, official document. Whenever you study, you should watch the video, you should refer the notes. Also, you should work with this official document. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, then let's call it for a day. I hope you will practice this today or yesterday's code today. And new thing I have started, whatever we have covered, that we are writing like this. So special values we have covered, type of keyword, type conversion. Okay. You can say document update, documentation. I have pushed the code. Fine, let's call it for a day. We'll meet tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.